Hi, my name is Mark Waid. I'm the co-publisher of Thrillbent.com, the digital comics website. I am the co-owner of Alter Ego Comics here in Muncie, Indiana. And I've written comics since I walked off the Mayflower in 1692. So I pretty much know my way around comics after this time. And one of the things that excites me most about being in comics, and especially about being a digital publisher, is finding new talent with new interesting ideas or interesting takes on old ideas. To that end, a friend of mine came to me a couple of years ago. His name is Scott Massino. And he had a take on a vampire story. Just immediately I fell asleep as soon as I heard the word vampire story. But then he pitched it out. And it was great. It's not just another Twilight knockoff. It's not just another Bram Stoker Dracula thing. It's horror, comedy. It's really good. And let's talk about it. Scott, tell me more about what you've got envisioned for this thing. Tell me more about Varney the Vampire.
Varney the Vampire was a real fictional story. It was written by a guy named James Reimer in 1845. Granted, nobody's ever heard the book or its sequels, and it was long and badly written, but it was groundbreaking for the genre.
Well, that was like the prototypical vampire story. This predates Stoker. This predates Dracula. How did you come across this?
Actually, I just happened to come across it on the internet.
Yeah?
Searching for ideas. I wanted to come up with something, knowing that I was breaking in the industry, that would have to be completely unique. And I just happened to come across vampires, and when I saw vampires here, I'm thinking to myself, that's probably not the best genre to pick.
Exactly. You're thinking it's been done a million times, and everybody knows all the tropes, everybody knows all the
right.
So what you found was a source that predates all that, and you came up with a completely different spin on it, which I really like.
In fact, which is actually very funny, most of the standard vampire tropes that people think originated in Stoker's Dracula, they actually originated in Varney first. Varney had fangs, he had hypnotic powers, super strength, he could shapeshift, he could control the weather, he could walk in the daylight. He was even the first sympathetic vampire too. He didn't want to be a killer, felt terrible about his curse and his lust for blood. In fact, even a lot of Dracula's story elements can be found in Varney too, from the setting, the characters, to the move in next door, steal the girl type of plot. There's a lot of stuff going on in there that, in my mind, nobody's ever put to task because Reimer died. Stoker wrote Dracula, and with Bela Lugosi and the advent of cinema, Varney the Vampire was completely forgotten. He vanished forever, and Dracula became a legend.
So this is what I love about your story, seriously, is that it's not a period piece. It's not an attempt to show you what it was like in 1845. It's this interesting sort of proto, metafiction where you're addressing the idea that Varney is real, and he's come back in this current day and time, and now nobody remembers him anymore.
And how far would you go? This is the main question. How far would you go to get it all back?
Right.
If someday you knew that you might get the chance.
See, I like that a lot. That's what attracted me to it. I also like the fact that, again, tonally, it is dark, and you'll flip the page, and something absurd will happen, and it will break the tone in that sort of Buffy Whedon-verse tone of. It can be very funny, and then suddenly something will happen that will be truly horrifying. The other thing that attracted me to it, honestly, is Scott Kolins, who's your artist. And I've worked with Scott a bunch of times over the years, and he's a pro, but more than that, I mean, his illustration is just evocative. It's beautiful stuff. He captures faces beautifully. He captures moments in time beautifully. Body language, all those things are at his command. Let's hear from Scott for a second.
I got to draw evil candlelight rituals, wolves howling at the moon, and spooky old abandoned mansions. What's not to love?